Good morning student. This is our third lecture of biology. Here we discuss about lymphatic system. Okay, and before lymphatic system we have to know about lymph. Okay, so what is lymph? Lymph is another fluid involved in transportation. Before this we discuss about blood transportation. Okay, I hope you all understand blood transportation. It's our second circulation, second transportation, which is done by lymphatic system. And before this we have to know about the lymph. Okay beta, lymph is another fluid involved in transportation. It is similar to blood plasma, but it colorless and contain less protein. Okay, if we talk about the function of lymph, that it carry absorb digested fat from intestine, and it also drain excess fluid from the extracellular space back into the blood. Okay, if we talk about composition of lymph, water, protein, fats, carbohydrate, urea and antibodies are also present in lymph. Okay, now we talk about the lymphatic system. What is lymphatic system? It is the interconnected system of spaces and vessels between body, tissue and organ. Okay, and lymphatic system is interconnected system of spaces and vessels between body, tissue and organ through which lymph circulate in all our body. I hope you understand what is lymph. Okay, the process of removing unwanted toxins, we here discuss about the function of lymphatic system. Okay, means the process of removing unwanted toxin, waste and excess water from body is called lymphatic system. Like a blood circulation, lymphatic system has made of million of vessels which branch all over the body, as you see in the diagram. Okay, where arteries and veins carry blood to lymphatic system, must carry a colorless fluid called lymph. Okay, if we talk about the three main function or this three main function, the first one is lymphatic system. It maintains the balance of fluid between the blood and tissue, known as fluid homeostasis. Okay, it's the first main duty of lymph, that it maintains the balance of fluid between the blood and tissue, known as fluid homeostasis. Okay, second duty of lymph is it form immune system and help defense against bacteria and other intrusions. Okay, and third one is it absorb fats in digestive system. The system has special some small type of vessels, we call this lacteals. Okay, LACTEALS, lacteals. Okay, these enable it to absorb fat and fat soluble nutrient from the gut. Means the main three function of lymph is to first is maintain balance of fluid between blood and tissue, and second one it help to maintain our immune system, and third one it absorb fat from our digestive system. Okay, I hope you understand this. Okay, if we talk about the part of lymphatic system. Okay, uh, uh, so what are the part of lymphatic system? First one is lymph. We already discussed about the lymph. Lymph is also called lymphatic fluid. Okay, it is a collection of extra fluid that drain from cells and tissue. Okay, the other substances include in lymph is protein, fat, nutrients, damaged cell, even cancer cell and foreign invaders. Okay, it transport infection fighting white blood cells. Okay, second one is lymph nodes. Okay, second one is lymph nodes. Lymph nodes are bean-shaped glands that monitor and cleans the lymph as it filters through them. The nodes filter out the damaged cell and cancer cell. These lymph nodes also produce and store lymphocytes and other immune system cells that attack and destroy bacteria and other harmful substances in the fluid. Even you have about 600 lymph nodes scattered throughout your whole body. Okay, some exist as a single node, other are closely connected to groups and make a chain, and a few of them are similar location or lymph nodes are in your armpit, your groin and your neck. Okay, lymph nodes are connected to other by the lymphatic vessels. Lymphatic vessels, third one is lymphatic vessels, as you see in diagram. Lymphatic systems are the network of capillaries, we call this microvessels, okay, and large network of tubes located throughout the body that transport lymph away from the tissue, okay. Lymphatic was function of lymphatic vessels that it collect and filter lymph as it continue to move towards the larger vessels, collecting duct. These vessels operate very much like your vein do, okay. As we study the function of vein, our blood circulation system, these vessels operate very much like your vein do, okay. They work under a very low pressure. They have a series of valves in them to keep the fluid moving in only one direction. Third one is collecting duct, okay. Lymphatic system empty the lymph into the right lymphatic duct and lymphatic duct, it also called the thoracic duct, okay. These duct means these collecting duct connect to the subclavian vein which return lymph to your bloodstream, and the subclavian vein runs below your collarbone, and returning lymph to the bloodstream help to maintain normal blood volume, pressure, and it also prevent the excess buildup of fluid around the tissue, okay. This all about the lymphatic system, okay. uh, if we talk about spleen, this is the largest lymphatic organ located in your left side under your ribs and above your stomach. Where is the spleen located? The spleen is located on your left side under your ribs and above your stomach, okay. Spleen filter and store blood and produce white blood cells, okay. Those white blood cells that fight infection or disease. Second is thymus. This organ located in upper chest vein of breastbone. It mature a specific type of blood cells, white blood cell that fight a foreign organism, okay. If you talk about tonsils, these lymphatic organs trap pathogen from the food you eat and air you breathe. They are your body first line of defense against foreign invaders. I think you understand how our lymphatic system work as means defense academy or a defense functions, okay. And bone marrow, this is a soft spongy tissue in the center of your bone, such as the hip bone and breastbone. White blood cells, red blood cells and platelets are made in the bone marrow, okay. This is all about your lymphatic system, okay. uh, Next we have to be study about the transportation in plant, okay. If we talk about the plants, so plant also need transportation of water and food. Here we discuss about two type of transportation. If we talk about the transportation of water and minerals, we have to studies about xylem, or if we study about the from transportation of food, we talk about the phloem, okay. Means xylem and phloem means it make vascular bundle in plants, it make vascular bundle in plants, okay. I think you understand beta, okay. In next class we also discuss about their all function, okay. Means basically we talk about the plant transport system. Means plant have two transport system na, xylem and phloem. Xylem transport water and mineral, and phloem transport sugar, amino acid, means basically food in all part of the plant, okay. If we talk about the xylem transport water and minerals from the root up to the plant stem and into the leaves. It always form unidirectionally, okay. In a mature flowering plant or tree, most of the cells that make up the xylem are specialized cells called vessels, okay. Lost their walls, so the xylem form a continuous hollow tube. This allow water to flow easily. Becomes threatened by a chemical called lignin, okay. Lignin is a dead cell beta. The cells are no longer alive. Lignin gives strength and support to the vessels, okay. Transport in xylem is a physical process. It does not require energy. It cannot require energy. If we talk about the phloem, phloem moves sugar that the plant has produced by photosynthesis to where it is needed for process such as developing of seeds, respiration, like storage organs such as bulbs and tubers, and like growing part of the plant for immediate use, okay. means there is one thing translocation. What is translocation? Means transport in the phloem is therefore both up and down the stem, and transport of substances in the phloem. Okay, transport of substances in the phloem is called translocation. Okay, if you talk about the phloem consists of living cells. Like xylem consists of lignin, that one are dead cell, but phloem consists of living cell, and the cells that make up the phloem are adapted to their function, like sieve tubes, companion tubes. Okay, if we talk about the sieve tubes, specialized for transport and have no nuclei. Each sieve tube has a perforated end, so it is cytoplasm connect one cell to the next. If we talk about the companion cell, second one is companion cell, which is present in phloem. Its transport of substance in phloem require energy. One or more companion cell attached to each sieve tube provide this energy. Okay, and a sieve tube is completely dependent on its companion cell. Without companion cell, the transportation of energy is not functioning. Okay, so if we comparison xylem and phloem, then in type of transport, xylem is physical process and phloem require energy. If we talk about substances transported, xylem transport water and minerals, and phloem provide or transport product of photosynthesis, including sugar and amino acid dissolving in water. If we talk about the direction of transport, then xylem is always upward, when phloem is make the bidirectional force where upward and downward. Okay, now plant organization, the xylem and phloem are distributed differentially in root and stem. In the root, the xylem form a central column forming a solid support, and the phloem is toward the center outside the xylem. Okay, in the stem, transport tissue of the xylem and phloem are grouped into like a in vascular bundle. Okay, it form in vascular bundle. So it is all about the introduction of xylem and phloem, how xylem phloem work or functioning in plant to transportation of food and material. In next lecture, we also describe its all companion tubes, ears, sieve tubes, elaborate it all. Okay, that's all about today's lecture. I hope you all understand this. If you have any query, we have Zoom classes we discussing over there. Okay, okay, keep safe at your home. Thank you.